Drugs and alcohol were a way for me to get free of all the insecurities, the hurts, the things from my past. And for a long time, it was really a solution. In the beginning, it was that first shot, taking a shot at the bar, taking a shot with friends, and instantly feeling like, okay, I can be all right to be myself. I had a little bit of liquid courage. But when I was handed that first drink, nobody told me that that thing that initially brought me pleasure and brought me some joy would lock me up in a far worse closet than the one that I was trying to come out of as a gay man. It took me down some roads that I had no business going down, nor did I have any desire, but nevertheless, there I was hopeless, and especially with the alcohol at the end, I couldn't imagine ever there being a day where I didn't need to drink. Here I started happy hour, I used it as a lubricant to party, and suddenly at 8 a.m. in the morning, I had to take a drink, not to get drunk or feel good, just to function, just to get out of bed. And I remember finally looking in the mirror, and I had been out late one night, I had empty vodka bottles in my room, which was not me, and I remember kind of walking by the mirror and catching my reflection, and I stopped and I looked and I thought, I don't know the person looking back at me. I had fallen so far down from this thing that started, these drugs, these alcohol, give me some kind of help, but suddenly I needed help from those things. I finally found myself somebody who was, had good jobs, was somewhat successful for my age. I found myself in the county jail, having never been any kind of criminal record or any kind of trouble to speak of, but that's where drugs and alcohol led me. As I was leaving the sheriff's office or wherever I was, a correctional officer or the guard looked at me and he kind of grabbed my wrist as I was on my way out and he said, "Hey, I recognize that look that you have in your eye." And I kind of startled, like he could read into my mind. He saw into my soul. He said, "Man, I've been there. There's hope, there's freedom." And he wrote down the phone number of a call center for a treatment place where you can get help. And I walked out of the jail, no keys, no wallet, no nothing. I had abandoned my car, abandoned everything, my dog, because I didn't think I was coming back. I had made the decision that drugs and alcohol had taken me so far down, there was no way out but to take my own life. And I remember looking at the phone number of this treatment center, and in my mind, I made a vow. I said, if this person makes it difficult at all, if they're rude to me or they make me feel less than, that's it, I'm hanging up the phone. And I picked up the phone, and on the other side was compassion. And on the other side of that phone was someone who told me they had been where I had been. And I said, well, I don't even know if I have insurance right now. I don't know. He said, that's okay. Where are you? We're sending someone to come get you. Your life is valuable. Please don't take it. And 60 days later, I was drug and alcohol free. And it's all because somebody reached out to me and said, here, call this number. And that was the changing point. That was the turning point in my life. I remember the first week being in treatment, and every day that I woke up, especially that first week, it was like, wow, I'm still alive. And I remember like around the second week waking up and my hands weren't shaking because I didn't need a drink. That reflection that I walked by the mirror, it started to look like the me that I knew I was deep inside. And all of that was because I made the decision to finally get help. When I came driving down the hill where I lived, I remember mentally saying I'm never gonna see these things again. So then to drive back up that hill to my little house after 60 days, clear-minded, not needing a drink, not needing any medication, it was an amazing experience. And when I opened my front door, the front door that I never thought I would open again once I closed it that last time, looking out the window and thinking, wow, I have this pretty view out my window, but I've never once seen it because I was so drunk and medicated and miserable. Everything was in Technicolor. I saw out my window and everything was green and the sky was blue. And not that it's perfect, but I had a shot again.